All right, today on this, I'm gonna work a few hours on the boat today. I think what I'm gonna do today, I've got this overhang. I want to mount LEDs running across the border, all the way from the front to the back, both sides. I'm gonna do kind of like a chicken light style. I think it's like a 3/4 inch, similar to what you would see on, trucks, bumpers, stuff like that. So my game plan is, whenever I put this deck up here, I didn't measure it out, but I just left some overhang. I want to go for a 2-inch overhang all the way around, and I'm going to wrap it around the rest of that 1-inch pipe I've got. So with the pipe included, I want it 2 inches. So I'm going to end up cutting this back and run the pipe all the way around. I'm going to see about bending a 90, because I don't want it to be a hard corner. I want it to be rounded off. So I'm going to see how well that old Harbor Freight pipe bender works on aluminum. So today's goal is going to be to cut this back, cut the pipe, slide the pipe over the metal, that way it's inset. Probably run a couple tacks, and then see if I can bend some corners, and we'll see how far that gets us. I'm not going to make all y'all watch that whole process, because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I will put on time lapse so you can watch me at hyper speed. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna go over what I've got going on so far. So, took this piece of pipe, drew me a line, split it in half, just a saw blade width. Fits pretty snug on this 080 metal. The corners that I bent, I went ahead and cut those. I didn't bother recording that part. I mean, you can kind of tell it's a little sketchy cut. Gotta put it in a set of vise, run circular saw. It's kind of the best I got. I got these corners, they're shaped out pretty good for both those angles. Angles aren't exact, but I'm not going for perfect. I'm just going for the aesthetic of not having a sharp corner. I measured out where I wanted the end of those curves to stop. I'm gonna do straight piece here, curve here. Let's see how it goes. I'm about to slide those on, see how it looks. I just got them in. I just did a time lapse. I'll add that to the video, but I didn't know exactly. I wasn't gonna try to be the hero and do one full piece where it was curve, straight, and then curve. I figured it'd be easy if I just made the curve and then added in the straight part. What I'll end up doing anyways is I'll just weld this out, round it off. Same thing I'm gonna do with this seam in the middle. I don't want this overhang, even though I plan on putting turf on here. I just don't want to have something where I'm gonna get moisture and stuff like that up under the turf, or not turf, but the foam decking. So I'll end up welding that out, just smoothing it down, and same thing with this corner. Weld that out, smooth it down. Other than that, it came out pretty slick. I'm probably not going to weld this out today, because I've still got to put make my boxes and skin that out too. So, but that's how we're looking like right now. Like I said, we're gonna have 2 inches overhang here. Same thing with this on this side, 2 inches overhang here, and that's right on the money. So this is my 1.75 inch mark right there. So if you take another 1/4 inch, we're running pretty close to being straight down the center of that pipe. So I think that's what we'll stop it there today as far as that goes. I think what I want to do after this is start working on skinning out that door. I think I'm going to do a 2-piece right here. So I'm going to end up measuring out the lid, see how I want to do those. If I want to do a split center, do like 6-inch gap right here, and then a door here, door there. So I'm gonna do some measurements and sit and ponder on how I'm gonna do that. But however, do that side, I'm gonna end up matching this side. I don't know what I want to store in these yet. I'm thinking more or less like a tackle, maybe small box storage for day travel if you want to shove your jacket or whatever kind of stuff you got in. But stay posted. I'll keep recording. A little bit of change of plans. So after a few minutes of contemplating, you know, life choices, what my next step is. So I just had a, brain fart and realized that I'm actually going to be skinning around the hatches, as well as the lip of it. So I'm not gonna have bare tubing here. It's gonna be skin, come out 2 inches, pipe running down the edge of it. So I don't actually have to come up with how I want to do these boxes today. So what I'm going to do is, I got my sheet of aluminum up there. I'm going to go ahead and measure that out and cut some strips. See how wide I need it to be, and run my strips down the sides. I think I still got one more stick. I might have about 10 foot more. So at least I'll be able to maybe finish out that front part and get one side done. So let's get to it. Got the curve. Got this piece. I made this a even 3 inches. Don't mind this. This is just rough cut. I still gotta take my sanding disc and smooth all that stuff out. But we've got 3 inches all the way riveted in. Hopefully those rivets are gonna be strong enough to support that 3 inches, because it's only 2 inches overhang, and then it's gonna have that rigid pipe on it. It's pretty stout right now, but we'll see how it turns out. So the sheet I had wasn't quite long enough, so what I'm gonna do is weld out this gap, sand it down smooth, and then same thing up front where I'm tying into the platform. I'll pull this corner piece off, weld it out, sand it flat, and then we'll get everything sized up, see how it fits, get it all straight, and then we'll go back to a real time and take a tour. So I cut the runner. My line's crooked as it gets, but guess what's happened when you're working with a circular saw. But ain't no big deal, because you ain't gonna see that. It's gonna be slid onto that metal. Hopefully it doesn't make it wave up too much. I am gonna stop 4.5 inches short from here, because I am gonna deck out this back. So I'm gonna put another curve right there, and that's about what the measurement was for the curves that I had up here on the front. So I'll just cut it short. If I need to weld in and sand out, we'll tackle that whenever we work on the back. But that's a update. We'll go ahead and go back to the time lapse and get to doing some welding. think this is gonna be it for today. About time to call it a night. Go make dinner, but this is what we got. Doesn't look like much, but got it welded out. I think that's about as much as I'm gonna do. Just hold in place. I'm not trying to hold back any water or anything, but there's a rounded corner. There's a runner. Pretty straight. We got good lip. It came out to be about 2 inches on the front and 2 inches on the side, 2 1/4 inches on the side, which I'm not mad about. It works out perfect. There's another end right here. Not bad. You know, it's just something a little extra. Doesn't really serve any purpose. Just kind of dresses it up, makes it more, you know, clean, not so much shop done. Gives it a little bit more professional look. I like it. Whenever you're driving this, riding this thing, you know, running in the water at night, dark, whatever, and you got to stand up, see what's ahead. If you've got the lights on the floor, you know, shining aesthetically or whatever, it's gonna keep it from, I mean, getting in your eyes and doing all that stuff. So that was the main purpose for it. Other than that, it just, you know, looks cool. A little extra. Not too bad. Knocked it out, I don't know, probably 2.5 hours. So not too bad at all. I'm gonna have to get another stick of pipe, do this other side. But, I mean, it went pretty easy, especially with, you know, kind of winging it. Hadn't really done any of that before. Splitting that pipe that long. I've done a couple feet, but doing a full out 8 and some change run, that was a little fun. Went straight though. Everything stayed pretty level. Cleaned up real nice. Not too bad. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night, so we'll leave it here. I'll try to, you know, get this edited pretty quick, throw everything together, get it out there. Let me know what y'all think. If you want to see more, you know, like and subscribe. I'll keep making them.